Hey, another man's trash is another man's treasure. Ain't that what they say? So it is what it is.
It is what it is. So now let's get into some more tea. Now this tea is not the good tea, y'all. It's kind of like the bad tea, but it's the bad tea that went good. Once again, another rap scenario, and a scenario with a rapper who basically ended up getting shot but survived. So him getting shot and then surviving, I would count that as a blessing, right?
Yeah, that's what's up.
But however, what ended up happening, from my understanding, was that they were in the city in which they came from, which is the city of Detroit, right? What's up, y'all? It is Cam and
Gorgeous.
And we back with another podcast, y'all. And we about to talk about some sweet little topics of the day, right?
Right.
Y'all, we in Detroit, Michigan, and it is on fire right now. We dealing with about a good 92 to 95 degree weather.
Yes, burning up.
And it's been like that for the past 3 days.
Yeah, really the past almost week, right?
Yes.
A week.
Like, you know it's hot when your neck is sweating.
So stay so stay cool and stay hydrated.
Yes, you know it's hot when
we've been having heat waves.
Yeah, them creases be like, that's very frustrating.
Heat wave warnings and everything.
Yep.
Okay, so I got a couple of topics I've been looking at lately. You know what? I kind of want to start with the B. Simone thing, only because I went live one day about it when I first saw it. I just can kind of relate to B. Simone and her best friend kind of friendship thing. Not so much relate in a financial sense, because B. Simone is a very wealthy, woman. And but I can relate probably on a level that is not as high as financially, but the lower scale of how friends can be self-centered and inconsiderate. So anyway, just to piggyback on what I already went live about, for those of you who might not have saw that, B. Simone is like...
Real quick, where did you go live? Like, tell them where you went live.
I went live on Facebook.
What's your Facebook name?
It's Steph Gorgeous Monroe. Well, Steph is Gorgeous Monroe, I'm sorry.
So make sure y'all check that out.
Check out my page, yeah, for sure. It's open to the public, so all I have to do is add you if you want to be my friend. Anywho, is known for being on Wild 'N Out. Is probably her most recent work that a lot of people probably saw her on. But I remember her way back starting out on social media where she was doing skits and comedy. Anyway, long story short is her and her best friend, her best friend ended up going through some hardships last year where she ended up on welfare, house to house, lost her car. I mean, anything you could think of went wrong. And B. Simone was in a position financially to help her friend out. However, she didn't. And come to find out, the reasoning behind it was she's helped so many other people in the past and she felt like it wasn't reciprocated or got burnt in the process. But this is your friend. Your best friend or whatever y'all call each other. I don't know the backstory as how long they known each other to, try to understand why wouldn't she look out. Although her friend didn't feel like she was obligated, she was just wondering, like, I've seen you cash people out. I've seen you write big checks for people that you're not even that close to. So they also have a podcast together. I guess they work things out and they got a podcast together where they talked about it. And B. Simone just seemed very, to me personally, self-centered about the things that her best friend was saying. But she had her reasoning.
So they have a podcast together after the fact?
After the fact.
So they still friends?
So they're still friends.
Well, they talked about it. If they wasn't friends, I was going to say, what do you think about it? Like, as far as a friend, like if it was you that was in that position and you had a friend that was, I guess, up more, had more money, and you needed financial help, do you think that friend should assist you? Would you assist that friend if that friend needed help, or what?
So what I think is, I do not feel like a person is obligated to do anything for you. But I mean, I would question our friendship maybe to a certain extent if I'm right in front of you and you watching me go through this and you're able to help me out of it. I would question our friendship. I'd be like, because I would think if the shoe was on the other foot, I would do it for them, yes.
Yeah.
I feel like the reason behind it is because trauma from other past things has nothing to do with I feel like the relationship that you got with the best friend.
That's true, or maybe she didn't. Maybe she don't have it like we think she might, or maybe we don't have it like her friend thinks she might. Because sometimes a person can have nice things or whatever, but the bills may be high. You know, she might be breaking even.
Oh, wow, I got another thing. So, not only did she did not help her through the financial hardship she went through last year, she also was not very supportive when her best friend grandmother passed away. When she was grieving, she said, call me if you need something. And she like, you was my friend, I would know. Like, maybe her friend don't seem like the type of friend that is like a beggar or ass or come off as needy. So she probably just felt like B. Simone should have been sensitive to her need. Like, automatically, like, you didn't even support her through the grief. Also, she had got a boyfriend one time. B. Simone was a little jealous that the guy had more of her time. Also, her best friend came to her when she was coming up out of that hardship, and she got an opportunity to come up with financially and all of that. And B. Simone got a little jealous of that because her things weren't taking off, and she was actually losing money than gaining.
Sounds like a pretty toxic type friendship for sure. I mean, you know, if you have a friend that's jealous of you, like there's signs sometimes. Sometimes you be thinking like, okay, am I overthinking? Am I just being like paranoid?
Yeah.
But sometimes you gotta follow your first mind and just be like, all right, let me distance myself from this person. But clearly it's something in it for her because she still continues to be her friend. She continues to work with her, or maybe she just want to keep it business. I don't know what the thing is, you know, but it's something going on there that's keeping her around as a friend.
Yeah,
so she can't be too bad.
That's the thing. B. Simone, this is what I got. I got B. Simone is trying to be a boss. She got boss attitude. She's giving, I need these people to work for me. You are here for my benefit. In return, I'll build you up. But in that case with that friend, it seemed like she's there for your benefit, but you wasn't building her up. So I'm a little confused on that. I'm just a little confused on that. But I do get that she's trying to launch some things that she need a team, and she want that team to be like totally for her and what she's trying to do. Not off into their own thing. You know, like, I need y'all to all come together for me, and basically you'll get paid for it. Like, you'll reap the benefits of being under me.
Well, is she getting paid? Because at the end of the day, she losing her home and stuff like that. So
I don't know what the case was last year, but that happened to the friend last year. But B. Simone now is in a position where on that same podcast, she was tearing up and almost crying because she's saying that she don't have the money she used to have. Things are not really working in her favor financially. So, I don't know.
It's tough out here. It's tough out here.
Yeah. And maybe what goes around comes around type of thing. But I don't know this woman personally to say that she's just a self-centered friend, but she was giving that in the interview though. She was giving really all about herself.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, some people are definitely I wouldn't say like narcissist type people, but they are self-centered. So maybe she is a little self-centered for whatever reason, but hopefully whoever her friend is, it sounds like to me it's more of a business relationship. Maybe the friend should be
think more like that as
thinking it's a friend. Yeah, probably.
I don't think maybe she does,
because sometimes you can't mix the two.
Yeah, and she looking at her as business rather than personal. I can see that. But I guess maybe it's a part of her that don't want to hurt her feelings or don't want her to stop working for her because she probably need her support.
Yeah,
because it seems like her friend is pretty good at the support and encouragement.
Understood. Some people got their own journey and they want people around them to just support them, but I feel like you got to be able, if you want to receive, you got to be able to give things too. So wish them the best. Tyler
Perry as an example, as who she may look up to as a prime example of having a team and people working up under him and he paying them good for helping him get to where he's at.
The thing about Tyler Perry is, I hate to say this because it's a double standard. It's not a good thing to say, but it is the truth. Tyler Perry is a man. Tyler Perry is a man, and I think it's easier for men to run certain businesses than it is for women.
True.
Women have a harder time at things just because people don't take them as seriously. They got to deal with a lot more. Men, they can run things sometimes a lot easier. I'm not saying he didn't have it hard, but he probably had people that will listen to him more. You know what I'm saying? It's just easier to run an empire when you're a man than it is. I mean, if you are a woman, you have to, I feel like, have to really be on your business. Like, you got to really be a focused woman to run multiple people.
Yeah.
You know, because like I said, women just have it harder. You know, you got guys that's gonna play in your face because they want to take you out and do certain things. You got girls that don't want to listen to you because you're a woman too, so they have an ego thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's to me, I feel like it's easier for men to run things with people. Because a woman will listen to a man, and sometimes a man would just give another man that respect depending on who he is and his status, so they can run things a lot better. So it's gonna be hard. It might be a little harder for her to do things on a Tyler Perry level as a woman. It's just honestly
I can see that.
hard to do. I'm not saying it's not impossible.
Typically turned more against each other into this like competition rather than working together. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Sure.
Too many emotions involved. That has nothing to do with business. Like business and pleasure is probably harder for the women not to mix that. Yeah, like you should just know how I feel. You know how women are. We could. It's like no, we gotta go to work and we gotta get this done. And
you gotta try to
forget your feelings, not forget your feelings, but in a nutshell, you can't get things done when you're always wearing your feelings on your sleeve.
Facts.
And I feel like a man also probably will be quicker to help what the other person considered a best friend too than another female. What you think?
Hold on, say again.
Like, say if it was two men, like B. Simone and her best friend were two men. Say B. Simone's name is Brandon. I feel like Brandon probably would be quicker to help Sam, because I think her name's Shekinah. I'm just using
I get what you're saying.
I think when he's seeing him messed up like that, like, oh no, bro, I got you. Let's get this done, because I need us to move to the next thing. Now you over here struggling, you ain't got no money for the kids.
I think depending on the relationship of the two men, how cool they are, yes, but also at the end of the day, mixing business and pleasure can get difficult. But I get that with women, it's more emotions involved, so they get frustrated easier and things go left faster. But I think either way it go, man or woman, when you put that best friend / business thing together, sometimes that can get disorganized.
That's a better word. I was about to use.
I feel like keep your friends in a friends space, keep your business in a business space.
Yes.
Unless you got a certain type of relationship, everybody can't do it. Some people can have a friend and run a business with the friend, but everybody can't do it.
Most of the time, I just don't think it's good business to do that with friends. I feel like it's different emotions involved with personal relationships. I mean, think about even when you go to every day to work, just regular 9 to 5. A lot of typically people don't like to socialize with those same workers that you work with every day outside of that location. For reasons like that, them not being too much personal in your life, keeping it different. I mean, it just works.
Facts.
I don't know how to explain it, but it just works. Yeah. I think you should separate the two. It's like separating your personal between spouse relationship from your friend's relationship. You know, it's just.
Have you? No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, have you watched the BMF series?
I haven't watched the new series yet.
Okay. We're going to talk about BMF series after you watch it then. Because they still got more episodes.
I know it's like 4.
Well, it is.
Okay. I ain't watched the new episodes yet. I need to watch.
Yes, watch the BMF.
Okay,
so we can talk about BMF. But you do know about the 50 Cent part and the Lil Meech part, the falling out of 50 Cent, Lil Meech.
Barely. You can tell me about that, because I actually, that's the reason why I kind of was like skeptical, like, is it gonna come back or whatever, because it had something to do with Rick Ross. It had something to do, there was a lot going on, but I don't got the gist of it.
From my understanding, 50 Cent and Lil Meech, basically Big Meech got out of prison. Big Meech, I don't know if he was supposed to work with 50 Cent or not as far as the series go, but it's something going on with the paperwork with the name BMF. Not sure the whole story behind it. But either way it go, Big Meech started making moves when he got out so he can make some money. So he was supposed to do a show with Rick Ross. Well, Rick Ross is 50 Cent long-term, guess you can call it enemy, right? Long-term enemy for years and years. Yes, so I'm gonna give you a little bit of backstory on that, then I'm gonna jump back to the BMF stuff. So where that beef started, I don't know, because it's been going on for years. But I do know that 50 Cent slept with one of Rick Ross's baby mamas and taped it. Not Tia Kemp, not her. That's the one that's getting all this clout right now on the internet. It's another one, okay? He did that. He took the kids out, spent money on them, all kind of stuff, right? So I don't know. He was trying to destroy Rick Ross's career, okay? So it's been a long-term beef. They ain't gonna never be friends, I guess. They ain't gonna never settle it. So when Big Meech got out, he got with Rick Ross and they were supposed to do some type of concert or something and break some bread together. Anyway, 50 Cent, I guess, wasn't having that. He like, this is my enemy in the industry. Whatever, they done stepped on each other's toes. Whoever did what. It's a big mess. So off of there, supposedly 50 Cent made up his mind that basically ain't no more BMF. So this supposed to be allegedly the last season. Or I don't know if they gonna kill Lil Meech off or what they gonna do.
But his last. I was thinking that they weren't gonna come back with this season. To be honest, because this, I remember something being talked about before this season came on.
Yeah, people was talking about it because 50 Cent went online on his Instagram and said, posted the messages between him and Lil Meech, basically saying that it ain't gonna be no another BMF. He was like, when we gonna start the next show? He was like, what show? Like, talking to him kind of like, it ain't gonna be none of that, yeah. Then he started posting like, you know, what do you call them, memes and stuff, kind of dissing them a little bit, Lil Meech, yeah. He was low-key dissing them. He's 50. Have you heard about the beef he had with his own son? Yeah, he was trying to, when it come to beef, 50 Cent go all out, even with his own. So he don't deal with his own blood, his own son. He got to it with his own son online, you know, so he don't, yeah, he that type. So
I think he did too much.
Yeah, he that type for sure. You know, I'm not saying he run his own page. I'm sure he got people that help him and do the social media thing. But if it's beef, he gonna take it to the next level. Like, you gonna know. Like, he was even going in on P. Diddy's son, Christian Combs, online. That's how he rocked. But yeah, either way it go, you know what I'm saying? The BMF thing, I was excited to see more episodes. However, it is a few episodes in. We are a few episodes in, so just check it out. Because I like it. It's one of my favorite shows. But I don't know if it's gonna go to the next season or not. Or I don't know what they're gonna do with Lil Meech. I do feel like Lil Meech is the star of the show. Like,
yeah, he is. I mean, first of all, he the whole reason for the season. You're playing your father. It makes sense.
Well, he definitely wanted to continue the show. He wanted to continue to make his bag. At the same time, he can't turn on his own dad.
Right.
And his dad is grown. He's gonna go out and make his own moves. It's not his fault.
Yeah.
You know. But it is what it is. I guess that he don't want no copyright issues neither. Now that Big Meech is out, because he is the owner of that name, or supposedly. I don't know if he sold it. I don't know what he did. I ain't got that deep into it. Y'all leave it in the comments what happened in that situation.
Right. If you know more, yeah.
What about Power, Raising Kanan?
Let's see. I'm gonna watch the BMF though, because I really was into that. I was more into that than Raising Kanan too. I like Raising Kanan too, but I kind of like, I don't know, that last season I forced myself to watch it a little bit because I don't know why. It seemed like it got good at the end.
Are you talking about Raising Kanan?
Yeah.
I like Raising Kanan. That's one of my favorite series outside the original Power. The original Power I liked a lot, but the original Power, once they killed Ghost off, I was kind of over it. But I did see Tyreek going to college and stuff like that.
I liked that though.
Yeah, I guess you was. Yeah, that was straight. That was straight. It was popping. I like Mary J. Blige.
Yes. She did.
I liked Mary J. Blige. I'm mad they killed Mary off. I liked her kids. I did like her kids.
Her kids did the most.
I like that. I need to go back to, because I think they got some more episodes of that out too. I forgot what that was called. What is it called?
Ghost. I mean, Power.
That is Ghost.
Something.
It might be Ghost, because the first one is Power and then it's Ghost, Force.
Power of Ghost or something. I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, I want to go back to seeing what Tyreek done did. I got to catch up on it. I got to catch up on Tyreek and what he got going on. Yeah, but I was just mad that they killed Mary. You seen them kill Mary J. Blige. You seen that? Okay. So at least you seen that. But you got to, Raising Kanan, where did you leave off at?
I left off the last season. Where we at now with Raising Kanan?
Oh, I don't want to tell you what's going on.
No, not tell me what's going on. What season?
So Raising Kanan to me is one of the better shows outside of the original Power. And, of course, spilling over into Tyreek.
Yeah.
The Tyreek episode.
I have to go back to Raising Kanan. Because I feel like they over the new season, right? And how many episodes in?
Raising Kanan? I don't know. I got to look at my phone.
I'm not sure what I just missed because I know they came back out.
I got to look on my phone to even see. I can't go off the top of my head.
So last time I was gassing up Tyler Perry, right? Like, let's go see Straw. Let's go, Tyler Perry. Let me meet you at the studios. All of this and all of that. Tyler Perry is being sued. Yes, Tyler Perry is being sued, y'all, for $260 million for assault. And
don't say that. Don't say that. I'm tired of that. I am so tired of that, and that's too much money.
Harassment lawsuit, harassment lawsuit. Let me tell you what's going on.
Go ahead. What's the tea? What's the tea?
So the tea is, what is it with the people in the text messages? Y'all have not gotten the fact that, I remember back in the day, let me just say this. Back in the day, you just met up at somebody's crib, met up at the show, met up at the park, just met up and had verbal conversations. When nobody know, whatever you said, you don't even remember what you said. But now with these things right here and doing all of this, they don't never go nowhere.
That's
Text
facts.
messages.
That's facts. But what they got to do with S assault?
Because the person he assaulted allegedly has text messages to prove it. So here we go. Here's the thing.
Pause.
So
Pause.
here's the thing. Tyler Perry has another show, many shows, plenty of shows that you probably all have seen. The Oval is a character in The Oval. His real name is Derek Dixon. Derek Dixon actually, I believed, and he also plays a gay man on The Oval, which I believe can I say that word?
Yeah.
A gay man, he plays a gay man on The Oval, and I believe he's a gay man in real life, far as I know.
Okay.
From what I can tell. Apparently, Tyler, of course, hired him or whatever the case may be, and came with all of these questions and things that he wanted to do and say and be with Derek that made Derek allegedly very uncomfortable. So now, Derek decides he wants to sue Tyler for
Okay.
$260 million. And he says, I got the text messages to prove it.
$260 million for some text messages.
Assault. Well,
Or he actually, because when you say S assault, I'm thinking S assault is I touched you,
Well, not
or
only
he
that,
touched him.
well, what I'm saying is the text messages are basically what he's using as proof to say that these things did happen.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
what I mean by that.
So basically, it must have been something that, because I didn't hear about this yet. Yeah, I didn't hear about this. I didn't do any research on this, or I haven't came across this yet.
Tyler.
But that's the one person that I didn't want to see go through that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he basically saying allegedly that Tyler Perry did something to him, and he also have messages to prove that this happened in some way.
Some kind of way he did something like, because see, here's the thing. It's so broad when you say as assault.
It is.
As harassment, because I mean it could be just something you said and you can break up a lawsuit. It don't have to always be physical touch, but it could have been like physical, but it could have been like a swipe of the arm, and he felt like yeah, as he swiped my arm, he said, hey, I want to do this and this and that. S manner. And as a manner. So however, I don't have the details of what actually was said and done.
This is what's frustrating me.
Yeah.
I'm getting so tired of these lawsuits because it's people are taking advantage at this point.
Yeah.
I need a lawsuit for all the things that's been done to me. Like, honestly, I'm just being honest. Like,
It's a Me Too
what
movement
happened? It's a
going on.
Me Too movement going on, and I'm not trying to discredit nobody or what
Yes,
nobody been through. None of that. But like I said, I come from Detroit, Michigan. Okay, we go through things, not things, but things. And the things we go through, and the things we see, you gotta have tough
Actually
skin.
really been done. Like it wasn't like a misunderstanding, or maybe they didn't mean it that way. Like no, it was did and done and stamped, signed, sealed, and delivered.
And you had to-
we didn't get nothing for it.
But a broken heart,
Right.
a broken heart, and whatever else that ended broken in your body, on your body, that you had to recover.
Some puffy eyes from crying about it.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it's just getting too much. You know,
Yeah.
when you go places, people gonna try to holler at you. Like, sometimes you don't want to holler at the people that's trying to holler at you. Some of it is nature, you know. But not to excuse anything. I don't know if anything was done. If something was wrongly done, it was wrongly done. Come on, we grown. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people want to talk to people. They want to flirt. They want to communicate. Like, where does it become as assault? If it's
And where does the money add up?
and why do you deserve 200 million for anything?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying the money doesn't suffice. So it makes you wonder, it doesn't go with whatever, because anything, like I said, can be considered that, and I feel the same way. I'm not trying to discredit anyone who's been through things or somebody said or done something to them that
That was unwanted.
yes.
That's facts.
But I'm trying to figure out where are the numbers coming from.
I
How
guess
does that go with the
I guess they look at it. It seemed like to me they try to look at what you have as if you're a rich person or a person with fame. It seemed like the lawyers and the people that's suing that person looks at what they may have as assets
Right.
and do the lawsuit off of that as far as setting the price. If you set a 200 million in
seems
price,
like
maybe we'll.
crazy.
It seems it is.
like
It
you
is.
are going straight for the money, because you didn't decided to see what this person is worth and say that suffice what this person has done to me? Because I feel like if somebody really did something to you in that manner, do that money really matter? But no, you just
Everybody want the money. Everybody want the money. Everybody want the money. But at the end of the day, if somebody really sexually assaulted you to the point where they really put their hands on you, because you're not gonna sit up there and say a person all the way from down the street assaulted me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, it's things you could have done to avoid that, right? But if let's say you was in that situation for real, like it's people out here that really get assaulted, you know what I'm saying, that really deserve justice. If you in that type of situation where it was really unwanted, you didn't play no games, you didn't give your number out, you didn't get, you know, it's really unwanted, you're gonna want that person in jail. You know, you're gonna want that person to pay for what they did. It's not gonna be, I want millions of dollars from you. That's like a second coming thing. Oh, I can get the millions too, you know. But initially, you just want that person in jail.
Yeah. Something where I have to never, something to make you see you suffer with.
The way.
I guess the money is a way to see the suffering too, but I mean, like, he got millions and millions. I don't know if that matters. You're going to keep getting it.
Yeah, I would if it was me and it was a real thing, like something really happened to me, I would want justice. I would want them.
Something more than money. Yeah.
Absolutely. Because you scarred me.
I mean, you know, money is cool and all, but I feel like it looks like that's just the go-to. Let's just take these people money.
I'm just...
Oh, but you know what's so crazy about
Are you
this
putting are some of these people putting themselves in positions to get paid? And if so, where is the justice on that end?
I mean, once they feel like it's a loophole, they go for it. But, I mean, these people with the money, like when we was talking about Shannon Sharp and Tyler Perry and all these different ones, P. Diddy, and, I mean, you got to be careful with the way you go about things.
That's true.
Because you're leaving, not realizing it, you may be leaving doors open for a lot of people to take advantage.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because some of these people, I'm not saying they're not getting their fruit gone. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they are. I mean, we all human, right?
Yep.
We ain't going to dog them for doing, you know, it's just the way they going about it. And probably the people they talking to, yeah. And they are putting themselves in positions to be targets, you know, because they are who they are. They got a certain type of money, and they just targets. You know what I'm saying? So any wrong move, they trying to end their career. They taking all their money, trying to send them to jail. When we dealing with people like that on the streets every single day.
Right. But they don't have any money for us to take.
They don't have no money.
I wish they did.
They don't even go to jail half the time.
Right, let alone.
Well, that's what I'm trying. Where's justice for me? For all the stuff that I've been through.
Movement. Hey,
I'm about to join the Me
so
Too
crazy
movement.
about the situation. Most of the critics were so concerned about talking about that they already knew Tyler was that way. Meaning,
everybody said.
They were more saying like, Tyler, we already knew. They didn't even care about, it seemed like a lot of people didn't even care about the essence song. I guess they just feel like, that ain't no, Tyler, we already knew.
Because people tired of hearing about it.
He got a son, but it's like, y'all, you're not with the mom like that, you know. So people were more concerned about his sexuality than this lawsuit.
I'm sorry to hear about the lawsuit situation. If something really happened to him, I'm sorry that happened to him, because I wouldn't want nothing to happen to nobody. But at the same time, I'm glad that somebody stepped out to tell us that Tyler was GAY, because that's a lot of people was speculating that.
Right, and that's what most people were talking about. Like, well, we already knew Tyler, you GAY, so what's the problem? And then they're just probably looking at him like, whatever, we know. I mean, do you feel like you exposing him? But it's more so like you're trying to get him out of $260 million. Yeah.
What kind of assault?
I don't know. Not saying. I just want to mention he's Caucasian, a Caucasian male as well. I just wanted to throw that out there. Not to say the Caucasian males are always, but you know, I didn't want to throw out the race. I'm not. Don't quote me on his race exactly, but he appears to be Caucasian.
My thing is, all the things that people go through, 260 million is crazy.
That's crazy work.
That's crazy.
And he already paying you for being on the show? I don't know. I don't get it.
I mean, and he's probably going to.
Check.
This what it sounds like.
I'm sorry.
This what it sounds like to me. We are. This is what it sounds like. It sounds like if I throw this high number out there, he'll settle out of court and give me 100 million or something like that. He must feel like he got something that's major. I feel like when people sue and ask for that kind of money, maybe they feel like they got something major. You know what I'm saying? But it's an unfortunate situation. I'm still a fan of Tyler. I mean, I'm not gonna never stop being a fan of Tyler.
Yeah.
Tyler put that work in. He helps a lot of people, a lot of African American people.
And it might all just be, I want to believe it's all a misunderstanding.
I want to believe it too, and I hope that it is.
Found him attractive, and that's that.
And there's nothing wrong with a man finding another man attractive. It may not be
maybe he thought he was exposing him in a way by trying to make it sound like that. I'm really not sure Derek's intent or it really happened. I don't know. I guess it's just hard for me to wrap my mind around. I feel like, it is what it is. He's attracted to men, and now you want to make something out of it.
He liked what he liked. Who cares? Tyler, nobody cares.
No.
I still would be on one of your shows. I don't care if you like men. Who cares?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, we don't want none of that other stuff going on. But as far as your sexual preference, orientation, whatever you're attracted to,
texting.
nobody cares, man.
I need to make an emoji.
2025. And I want to ask you this. Why do you think, if he is gay, why do you think he's not saying he's gay? Or he's not coming out as a gay man? Why do some of these celebrities don't come out as gay men? Like, what's the problem? Do they feel like they're not going to be accepted? It's 2025. They're going to mess up their image. What's up?
I think it takes away from, how can I say this? It takes away from what they're trying to put out there. Like, your career. It takes away from their career, meaning that people will be too focused, especially by him not coming out right in the beginning.
Right.
And right away, as soon as he got, his fame and fortune. It takes away from your career, and the focus gets thrown off. Make sure people might start, not want to work with you and whatever allegations people bring up about you. Now it's like they want to throw that in because I don't know. I think, people sometimes make a mockery out of being that way.
So you still believe it's a stigma?
Oh, definitely.
On it.
Of course. Yeah. They'll relate everything to it. You can't even do
Well, he's
a
G-A-Y man. He's a G-man. I'm going to call him G-man. G for gay. Right. He's a G-man. Y'all going to go to his show? Y'all going to go to his movie? He's G-man.
Then they put you off on kids. Now you the P word.
Now you're a pet. Oh, I don't want to say that word.
Because it's just like,
too much.
I think they just make a mockery out of that for some reason. It's always a stigma.
It's sad.
And then you're African American. That don't help. An African American. It's like double the trouble.
And not only that, the church thing.
And the church thing.
I think that's his. Worst. I think that's his biggest problem. It's the fact that that's his target audience. That's what his foundation is based on. Yeah. But I think the black community, I understand that he is in Hollywood now. But from what he came from, I think most of the people where he came from know who he is. From when you was putting that Medea on, we got a good idea. You know what I'm saying? So I would accept him still if he came out. But I know it's hard to do, especially when you wait so long and you don't want people in your business like that.
You don't want them in your business, absolutely. And I think that he knows people accept him, and he probably have been accepted already.
Yeah, because it's all over Hollywood.
We all feel like this is who he is. It's just something that we just don't talk about, But I feel like the reason why he probably don't want to, because first of all, it's his own personal life who he choose to lay down with. It's personal. It has nothing to do with nobody else.
Facts. That's the point.
Yeah, that's the point. And he shouldn't have to put that out there.
Facts. Facts. But now that it's out there, if this is the truth, if these allegations have any truth to them, we happy you out, Tyler, at this point.
Yeah. I agree. Because, we was already with it.
Dude, you know what I'm saying?
Got some people that's probably more annoying than anything, because he's like a trailblazer now. He's well off on to his thing, so can't nobody probably really stop his shine at this point. So
in this day and age, 2025,
right.
If you that, you that.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. Just accept yourself and keep it pushing. Like, nobody should care who people are attracted to. It's nobody's business.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I don't see.
You know what I'm saying? It's just not nobody's business. If he make good quality movies, and he do,
good money,
I'm gonna watch it.
People good money. I don't see what the issue is. But like I said, I don't know if what this man is saying is true. That's another thing. Is like not only am I airing out that you possibly are a G-man, but I'm trying to say you're a monster with it.
Right.
That's all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
Right.
you're trying to make him be a monster too with his assault.
Right.
With his
Sexuality. Right.
So I don't know about
Crazy. It's crazy work.
that. I'm so sorry if something really happened to Derek. I am, but
Of course.
I don't know about this one. It's touchy.
If you're talking about it, let's talk about P. Diddy. Have you been watching any of P. Diddy recent trial, recent anything?